Hey, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Chris back with another video for you guys today. Working on a 2005 Honda Odyssey 3.5 liter. Getting ready to do the oil change, so show you what you're gonna have to do. Let's get to it. All right, so you're gonna need a 17 millimeter and an oil wrench. Okay, after you see those guys right there, we're gonna go straight up under the vehicle from the bumper. Okay, straight down. Make sure you got a jack stand and a jack for safety. And I recommend you go with a 6-point socket, just so in case your bolt is kind of rounded off or anything, you don't have any issues in the future. But let me find a spot for my light, and everything is pretty much aluminum nowadays. Okay, so front of the engine, coming straight down, going in. This is where your bolt is, right here. Okay, so that's 17 millimeter, and if you look to the left over here a little bit, there's your oil filter right there. This guy, that better. So there's your oil filter. So oil plug, oil filter. All right, so I'm about to break this guy free. Like I said, 17 millimeter. Always check your wrench, righty tighty, lefty loosey. Let me sit this here for a second so I can check my wrench. All right, so now that I know I'm straight, let's go back over here. Smooth this guy, and we're gonna break her free. Hopefully she comes free while I can hold this phone. There we go. Let's get all the way up there. There we go. Now we broke free. All right. And before you do that, make sure you can get your oil filter loose. And this one's a little tight, so you're gonna need your oil wrench for that spot. But there's your oil filter. You're gonna need a wrench like this, like I was saying before. And we should be able to grip this guy, but you wanna make sure this gets loose before you drain your oil out. Okay, so grip him. You might have to go up size. We'll shrink this bad boy. There we go. And got him shrunk. Let's go ahead and pop him loose. All right, tight lefty loosey. All right. Come on, baby. All right. All right, so now that we got it loose, let's go ahead and get our plug out and let her drain. And light, get out of our face. We don't need you right now. And I would just show you and then dip, but I'd rather let you see what we do. And I got my hand a little oilier than I usually do. So, all right, give me a second and I shall be right back. All right, so we back. We're still draining. Come on over here to our oil filter. Make sure your pan is in a good spot. And I'm gonna start spinning this guy. Let that drain a little bit. All right, start spinning some more. I am spilling oil. I missed my spot over there a little bit, but all good. And let's pull him on down and tilt him on the little thing down there. All right, so I'm gonna let that drain and I'll be right back. All right, so we're back. And this is the parts number, FRAM. It might be the same for other vehicles. Well, as far as the brand, as far as the parts number is probably gonna be the same. But yeah, I recommend you, for those who don't know, put a little oil around the rim. Keeps it from seizing up in there and locking up when you put it back. And it should flow freely, spin freely when you put it back on. So you got your spot there. That's where we're going. Sit it on there like that. Back it up a little bit if you need to. And rock it a little bit. Get a couple of threads. Then spin it. It should do that. And then you start to hand tighten it until you tighten it enough. You ain't got to overdo it. And we're going to do it right there. That's good. because of that seal around there. So now we're drizzling, so we're going to put our oil plug back in. Make sure you tighten it. Don't over tighten it, but tighten just a little bit. So I was going to say let's go up top, but let's just do it. And right now I'm using one hand. It's kind of hard to use a tripod in this position. So all right, let's get the plug back in. Make sure it's set. Don't feel it not going. Don't make it go. Back up like I'm doing, and just kind of feel for it, and you'll feel it bite when it's going in correctly. And I'm in an awkward position because I'm laying on my back in a weird spot with this phone. So, and this groove on here has like a little bevel dip right here, so it's a little tedious a little bit sometimes for me laying from this angle. And I'm just trying to get her to start laying this way, and she's not. So let me go ahead and do what I need to do. Put that in. I'll be right back. All right, so we're back. We're up top. Make sure you check everything once you're underneath. Check your oil pan bolt. Check your filter. Make sure it's secure. Don't over tighten your oil pan bolt because it'll be difficult to come out. You might strip it, but definitely use a 6-point. So we're back up top. This vehicle calls for 5W20. So let's take the cap off and I will verify that. But before we do anything, we're going to lower the vehicle back down to the ground to where it is level height. And there we are, 520. We got our 520. Let's go. All right, so I'm gonna move our oil cap safe. Let's jack this up a little bit so we can lower it down. All right, let me slide this oil pan out. Should have done that before I took the jack stand out, but still got the jack 3 times, so we're good. Just for safety purposes and measures. All right, so let's go ahead and sit her back on the ground. All right, that way you get an accurate read on your dipstick because the car is level again. All right, let's make sure we're good. All right, everything good. I decided to do the shot on this side. That way you can see your oil cap where the oil goes in and your dipstick as well. It's in an awkward position, so you're gonna need a funnel, something with a nozzle on it like this. So I think these are like $2.99 or something like that at Walmart. So yeah, so let's go ahead and proceed to filling her up. Some people put oil in the filter before they put it back up in there. Sometimes stuff doesn't go the way you want it, so I don't do that. And sometimes you'll drop it, maybe spill some on you. So when you start the car, the filter is automatically going to start filling up. So it's inevitable. So we know this car calls for 5 quarts. So we're going to proceed and we're going to do our dipstick. Once we fill this up, we're going to put our cap back on. So let's just say we're done. Remove this, put your cap back on, dip your stick, 1 white, 2 white, 3 white, and your 4th one, it should give you an accurate read, but still give it time to settle in the oil pan. But once you do that, start the car, check your dipstick again, and you should be great. So I'm going to finish and proceed on doing this. Just wanted to do this video since I had to do it anyway. Hit the thumbs up, like and subscribe if you like to, but hopefully this video helped you out. And remember, rust is the enemy. Until the next video, I'm out.